Good afternoon and welcome to this week's episode of Inside Workplace Wellness. So basically, I am due to have a conversation with success coach Tina Gesso, but I think she's having some problems logging in. So I'm going to just give a brief outline of what we're going to talk about. And if she joins us, great. And if not, we will reschedule because the conversation around this, developing empathy in the workplace, really is a huge topic and one that I really want to bring up into the conversation for people to hear. So why would we talk about empathy in relation to workplace well-being? You know, being empathic means that we're aware, very aware of other people's feelings, and we're not self-centered and thinking about everything in the terms of ourselves. And where this can show up really on teams is I do a lot of team building exercises in companies, and it's about really helping people understand that we're not all the same. And I'm giving a talk at Jobs Expo tomorrow in Galway on creating a values-driven culture, and really like when we understand where we're what motivates us all, we can realize that we're not all singing from the same hymn sheet in life. We don't all have the same beliefs. We don't all have the same sets of values that drive us. So really understanding ourselves first, and then when we bring it into a team, it helps us be more empathic towards others. When we realize that, you know, sometimes we might think that someone is picking on us. And when we realize that different people are motivated by different things, it can help us to realize that it's just a difference of opinion. And this is huge. It's a huge change when we start working in teams to realize this and to bring this awareness into teams. But we only can do this when we help everyone, as I say, really look at dynamics and learn tools to help us be more empathic. We're not all um, we're not all motivated, as I say, by the same thing. And I think hugely, really, what triggers us is a huge thing, because on teams we can get triggered by maybe somebody else, and then somebody on our team might really annoy us, but we can't pinpoint what it is. So we're going to be really looking at this dynamics when I do get to talk to Tina, because it's something I do a lot, as I say, when I'm in teams or doing workplace wellbeing programs, is to show people that we get triggered because of the story that's inside us, but that story is not necessarily the same story that's inside someone else. So we look at triggers, we understand why we're getting triggered, and then we have tools to help us to step back a little bit, add a different perspective to the story, so that we can see that the team is made up of so many people with different backstories, and it's not possible for us, nor do we need to know everyone's backstory. Now, another thing, of course, that we'll talk about is as well, and it's another thing that I'm talking about at Galway Jobs Expo tomorrow, is really learning how to work from our strengths. Because again, this is a huge area where when we start working from our own strengths, we're realizing on a team that teams are made up of lots of different dynamics, lots of different people that have different different values, coming from different values, and will have different strengths. So I'm talking there about, let's say, this is especially for employers as well. If you are looking for someone for a team, and the value that you want from the person is someone that's very focused, someone that has the ability to be laser focused, that's one job. But then another job that you may have advertised is about someone that you're looking for that's more people orientated, it's a more people focused job. So it's really defining what you want value wise from someone you want to add to your team, or redefining, like, let's say now you have a team around you and you see that there's some conflict on it, or the team isn't gelling, or your employee engagement is down. It's really looking at, are the people matched to the strengths that they have in their jobs? Someone that's very good at focusing, laser focused on topics, really process orientated, may not be the best person for a customer facing job where it's a people centric one. Again, that's okay. It's when we work from our strengths and we realize that everyone on the team really has their place on the team, because teams are made up of all different types, all different abilities, and everyone brings their goodness. I am just looking here to see, have we got Tina coming on live, or did she get delayed, or maybe has a problem getting on? Anyway, I'll keep going and talking for a moment, and let's just see how we get on. So yeah, it's strengths, and especially the whole topic around topics I talk about a lot are intergenerational dynamics within teams. What is this? Some people say the millennials are entitled. Some of the millennials think that Generation Z are entitled. It's going through this and realizing again that we all feel entitled in some way, but it's working again with looking at how this is affecting a team and helping people understand each other. And that's the whole topic around empathy. It's realizing we're just not the same, and embracing that and allowing someone work from their strengths and allowing them be who they are, and yourself working from your strengths on a team, being shown the same respect and appreciation. So that's the whole conversation that Tina and I will further elaborate on when we're talking about empathy in the workplace. And we will get Tina on because she's a great advocate for this and has lots of experience, and started off her life as an introvert herself, which I love that she's now working in such a people-focused area as a coach, and really, getting into the workplaces again and helping people, helping teams thrive, which is always what we want to do for better employee engagement, which of course affects productivity, which is the end game for someone in business, obviously. But when we have motivated, when we have employees that feel like they're heard, seen, and feel like they belong, that's when we can have dynamic teams. So I'll set up another, wasn't to be today with Tina, but let's have her on and speak to her further. If you want any more information about any of the work I do in workplaces, feel free to reach out to me as well. I'll just show my website there as well. It's doloresandrew.com. And I have partnered with a company who have a diagnostic tool. So that's my left brain coming in. That tool for me is great because the tool can be worked through by employees, real hard analytics produced as to what the atmosphere in the company is like based on a lot of different issues, whether it's culture in the workplace, people's feelings around artificial intelligence in the workplace, culture, satisfaction, whatever. And then teams can work together again. The manager can work on set goals for what the company can do in order to enhance and bring the teams to the result that's wanted, which is usually engaged teams working to the same goal. So really delighted to have partnered with an even better place to work on that. Anyway, that's the conversation we will be having very soon with Tina Gesso, and talking about ways that we can, and the importance of empathy in the workplace. It's not just something that's nice and fluffy. It's something that's actually important in order to have motivated and engaged employees on your team. Until next time, talk soon.